sorry. Didn't see you there. You caught me reading my drinking animal coloring book. Because if you know me, you know that I love alcohol. Anyways, welcome to Fast Facts Live, everybody. I am your host, your quiz master of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe. And I'm here for another fun week of trivia, another fun week of goofs, another fun week of gaffes, and another fun week of laughs. That's the most wholesome intro we've ever done.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. The man who just popped up on your screen right there, that's Tom. He's the producer.
Hi.
He makes the show run. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Tom was in a meeting until 8. Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was long. It wasn't bad. It was just long.
How's puberty going?
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
Also here with us, unable to be shown on screen because if they did, that would be the final key to the Mayan apocalypse, is Chardy, our scorekeeper. If you ever think that they're near you, no, that's just your sleep paralysis demon. Anyways,
Now I'm scared.
let's go over the rules. So, there are 5 rounds of 5 questions each. You have 30 seconds for each question. You send in all your answers at the end of each round. So you put all 5 answers in one text, send them off to Chardy. Chardy will keep track of your score. If you think you did really well in one round, you can do double or nothing, and that's where we double your score up if you get all 5 questions right. But if you get even one question wrong, zilch, nada, 0, you get no points for that category. Too bad, so sad. Try again next time. You can only use the double or nothing once in the game. We also have a Hail Mary question at the end of the game, and how that works, we take whatever your score is at the time, cut it in half. If you get it right, add that half to your score. So if you had 12 points, you get another 6, so you have 18 points. If you get it wrong, you stay with 12 points. No harm, no foul, just a fun way to even it up and make it real kooky at the end. Feeling very, very just upbeat today.
Yeah.
Very fun. So I've been working from home since March 13th, which is almost 4 months ago.
Yeah.
But I had a coworker today. It was the maintenance man in our apartment building. He was fixing stuff in our bathroom for 5 hours. And did he fix some of it? Yes. Is he coming back tomorrow? Also yes. He has to carve a hole in our wall.
That's pleasant.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very pleasant. Speaking of pleasant, let's get started with the game. And our first category is lakes. They can be pretty great. Did you catch the pun there? I hope you did. First question. How do you say lake in Irish and Scottish Gaelic? 30 seconds. And if you were setting your watch by that 30 seconds, that was 30 seconds. You should really set your watch by something else. Question number 2. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, the wreck, not the song, occurred on which Great Lake? You have 30 seconds. And we're back. I would like to send a hearty thank you to the multiple people who have sent in that they like my shirt. I like your shirt too. And I can't even see you. Question number 3. True or false? The waves on lakes are mainly caused by tides. This almost reads like a children's poem. The waves on lakes are mainly caused by tides. Cut me off, Tom, please. And now it's time for question number 4. And that question is, what is the biggest lake in the world, despite what its name may claim it to be? And now, the final question. Which lake with a childishly funny name, located in the Andes Mountains, is the highest navigable lake in the world? Highest as in height-wise, not
Altitude.
as in... Yeah, altitude, not as in marijuana-wise. That brings us to an end of round 1. And before we move on to round 2, because we forgot to do it, we're going to do a reading of the names. Make sure that your team is playing. Make sure that your name is correct. Make sure that I can pronounce it correctly. I probably can't.
All of this is wrong.
Yes. Okay, anyways, I have the iPad here. It is all, I will hit reload to make sure we have all the teams. While I'm doing this, be sure to send in your answers to Charty if you think you did really well. Try a double or nothing. It can't hurt. Well, it could, but not that much. Anyways, our team names in no particular order. We have I Heart Huckabees, the video game. Chainsaw Charlie. Flamey-O, Hot Man. Gam Pops. Laid Off. Danny and his pernicious parents. Last week's champions, Quiz Cats. The Crows Have Eyes Too, The Crowaning, Drawing a Blank, Goats, Portillo's Chocolate Cake Shake, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Light, Party of One, and Computer Says No. Yeah, that sounds about right. Seems like all the teams. I wouldn't know if there were other ones.
That sounds like the correct number.
Yeah, I don't know. If anybody ever watches this on Twitter, let us know. We streamed. Do you know that we have a Twitter account that we stream to? Follow us at Fast Facts Live.
What's funny is that in order to play on Twitter, you would have to pull up Twitter on a device, not your phone.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine anybody ever doing that.
Unless you're doing like a text conversation where you can drag down from the top and text while a video plays underneath. Yeah, if you have 2 phones, play on Twitter. Anyways.
Or put Twitter on your television?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Let's go on to round 2.
Sure.
Okay. Bromantic comedies. Just guys being dudes. 2 bros sitting in a hot tub, 5 feet apart, because it's question number 1. Hide Your Bridesmaids was the tagline for what 2005 Brocom, starring God's Gift to Humanity, star of the 1998 remake of Psycho, Vince Vaughn, and wow, Owen Wilson. 30 seconds. Question number 2. Paul Rudd slaps a little bass, tiny bass, a small bass, with Jason Segel in what 2009 bromantic comedy? 30 seconds. If you hate bases, boy, am I sorry for you in the immediate future. Not directly immediate, but give us a couple minutes. Question number 3. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly go through life as adult children in what 2008 Brocom? It's like a DCOM, but for the bros. Before we go on to the next question, remember a little while back when I said that this question reads like a poem? I was informed by noted Shakespearean fan Caroline Norton, who is playing right now, that it reads like a poem because it was written in iambic pentameter.
Oh, God.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm Shakespeare. Question number 4. Speaking of Shakespeare, Zach Galifianakis ends up with a baby strapped to him in what 2009 Brocom about a bachelor party gone wrong? Question number 5. Kevin Hart provides a wedding party for Josh Gad in what 2015 bromantic comedy? I'm sorry that we don't have any other info on this. It's a bad movie. And that brings us to the end of our bromantic comedy category. We'll now move into bromantic dramas before we go into bromantic documentaries, and then finally, divorce. We'll be back in a little bit. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. Send in your answers before that, anyways. We'll be back with questions for the first 2 rounds, and then some more fun here at Fast Facts Live. Don't go anywhere! And we're back here at Fast Facts Live. How long was that break? I don't know. Time is a construct.
The mic is too far away from your mouth. There you go.
Time is a construct. Anyways,
Chills.
let's go over our answers for the first 2 rounds. Lakes. I wanted to have a question about the actress Lake Bell, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. Anyways, how do you say lake in Irish and Scottish Gaelic? Loch, as in the Loch Ness Monster. That's it. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald occurred on which Great Lake? Lake Superior. It's fine. Not great. It's fine. True or false? The waves on lakes are mainly caused by tides. False. I was also recently informed that waves are never caused by tides. So I wrote this question. What is the biggest lake in the world, despite what its name may claim it to be? That is the Caspian Sea. Seas, I looked this up, seas are different than lakes because they have effective tides. All bodies of water have some sort of tide.
Oh.
Like even tiny puddles, like a minuscule tide, because it's all being affected by the gravity of the moon. But what differentiates a sea from a sea is smaller than an ocean, but it is still affected. It still has tides that are easily
I think
noticeable.
our audience should know this was an argument we had
Yeah,
a few days ago.
we had this argument on Sunday or Monday, and I refuse to admit that I'm wrong.
So you write it into a category.
Yes. Anyway, question number 5. What lake with a childishly funny name located in the Andes Mountains is the highest navigable lake in the world? No, it's not Lake Pee-Pee. It's Lake Titicaca. Obviously. Get your head out of the gutter. Round number 2, bromantic comedies. Hide Your Bridesmaids was the tagline for what 2005 Brocom, starring the star of Swingers, Vince Vaughn, and Marley and him, Owen Wilson. Wedding Crashers. Paul Rudd slaps a teensy, itsy bitsy, teensy weensy yellow polka dot bass with Jason Segel in what 2009 bromantic comedy? That is I Love You, Man. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly go through life as adult children in what 2008 Brocom? Step Brothers. Zach Galifianakis ends up with a baby strapped to him in what 2009 Brockham, about a bachelor party gone wrong, or gone right, depending on how you look at it. The Hangover, please if your bachelor party was like that, seek help. And question number 5, Kevin Hart provides a wedding party for Josh Gad in what terrible 2015 bromantic comedy that I saw in theaters and convinced myself that I liked because it had the song You're the Best Around from the Karate Kid in it. I just liked that song. The movie's bad. The Wedding Ringer. Tom's telling me to speed it up. Anyways, remember earlier how I said that there might be a little bass in the future? Well, guess what? Sorry, I'm sitting on a tiny chair. So, give me a second. When quarantine started, I bought a bass because I was bored. So now you get to come to my 3rd grade recital where I play the bass. So get ready. How this category is going to work is I'm going to play the bass lines for 30 seconds, just repeatedly. We'll tell you the name of the artist. All you need to do is send in the name of the song. So, yeah, anyways. It's like I have a step pedal to change the slides. It's so cool. I'm so hip.
Please don't break the keyboard.
I'm gonna stomp on it, Tom.
Oh, great. We get echoey Dan.
Oh, good. That's not a song. That was my test. Anyways, song number 1. Now, I hope you like that brief hint that you got before. Here's song number 4. And for this one, I have to turn on the distortion pedal, so get ready. Here's song number 5. And that is the end of my 5th grade recital. Thank you for coming. I leave you with this. Bad noises. Obviously, we run a high-class establishment here based on the fact that I was literally kicking the keyboard to change the slides. The last song that I played there was The Less I Know the Better by Tame Impala, which Tom pointed out is the exact opposite of how this game should be played, because it's the more you know, the better you do. Was that round 4 or round 3?
I don't know. Click the. That was 3.
That was round 3. Anyways, it's time for round 4. Again, we run a high-class game here. High budget, high production values, high stakes. Question number 1, in great moments in presidential history, we all heard the words Teapot Dome at some point while we were sleeping through history class. Who was the president during the Teapot Dome scandal? 30 seconds. Again, I have to give another thank you to my cousin Charlotte and my Aunt Kate for saying that they think that I look real cute today. Thanks. Thank you to Trish and Alex as well, who very much enjoyed my outfit. If anyone else enjoys it, please tell me, or I'll be sad. Tom, stop telling me to speed up. I'll get there. Question number 2. The 1994 film Quiz Show features a joke about a president dying, causing someone to exclaim, "Nixon is president?" Which president had died? 30 seconds. Question number 3. Who is the only president to have a Wikipedia section about his life entitled Cowboy in Dakota? You have 30 seconds. Question number 4. What newspaper, formerly known as the world's greatest newspaper, printed the incorrect headline, Dewey defeats Truman? You have 30 seconds. We need a buzzer. I keep saying that. I really want a Royal Rumble level buzzer.
We have no budget.
Okay. If you want to donate to us,
That could be arranged.
send individual pennies to Chartie's Nest, located in Atlantis, under the Tuscan sun. Question number 5. Which president said this immortal quote? There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. And that brings us to the end of our past, presidents, and future round, which is what I wish I had entitled it. And that brings us up to another break. We'll be back in a little bit with the answers to rounds 3 and 4. Round 5, we'll play our Hail Mary question. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll have a tiebreaker question. Who knows? Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Fast Facts live. Welcome back to Fast Facts Live. Thank you to everybody who was texting in your answers to the correct number. A very special thanks to the one team that sent in their first 2 rounds of answers to a New Orleans-based nonprofit and then sent me a screenshot of that text. They have not actually been playing. We're sorry that they sent it the wrong number, but it's really funny that they were texting these answers out of the blue, unprompted, to a New Orleans-based charity.
Well, I mean, our number is a New Orleans area code.
Why did you pick New Orleans?
Because it was the only one that ended with quiz.
Ah.
So it's 7849, which is quiz. Yeah.
Unlike my phone number, which ends in 4 ampersands. I don't know how I got it.
It
Anyways,
starts 555.
yes, 555.
Nobody ever texts.
Klondike 55. That's actually how it goes. No, it's Klondike 5, sorry. Oh, now Chardy's giving me the speed up. Okay. Wow. Ooh.
You're
Anyways,
slow tonight.
answers to the famous bass lines. I'm just going to sing these, whatever. Yeah, this was The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, song number 1. That was the bow, 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 bow. Ooh, I can't get that low.
Worse than you singing is you doing bass sounds with your mouth.
Yes. Song number 2, Stand By Me. Bum, 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 bum. I look like a fool. Song number 3, Come As You Are. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, wow, I was doing Twist and Shout by the Beatles. I wasn't doing Come As You Are. Whatever. You know what that song sounds like. Are You Gonna Be My Girl is the one that was featured in an iPod commercial. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba, 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 wow, 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 wow. Yes, Tom, I don't know if his camera's on. He just went 1, 2, 3 very quietly because that's how the song goes. And song number 5 was 25 or 6, 2-4 by Chicago. A noted pep band song. Oh God, Chardy's reacting. Anyways, next category, great moments in presidential history. Teapot Dome, who was president during that scandal. Warren G. Harding, much less exciting than Warren G., who sang Regulate. The 94 film Quiz Show, which fills our 1-episode quota of quiz show questions, features a joke about a president dying, causing someone to exclaim, Nixon is president? Which president had died? That is Dwight D. Eisenhower. So a brief explanation about this. They say that Eisenhower had a heart attack, and then later somebody asks, what's happening? And one of the characters just goes, Eisenhower died. And he goes, Eisenhower died? And the scene goes on, and as we pan away, it just stays on the one guy, and he goes, Nixon is president? I hope that helps. Watch the movie. Question number 3, who's the only president to have a Wikipedia section about his life entitled Cowboy in Dakota? No, it's not John F. Kennedy. It's Teddy Roosevelt. The John F. Kennedy of Teddy Roosevelt's. Question number 4, what newspaper, formerly known as the world's greatest newspaper, printed the incorrect headline, Dewey defeats Truman? The Chicago Tribune. Tom's add-on question,
Oh God.
what train station was he at? Union Station in St. Louis. Shout out to all the people playing from Union Station in St. Louis. You're small, but you're mighty.
Well, they're sharks. There's an aquarium there now with sharks. So it's sharks.
St. Louis isn't a real place. Number 5, there's a president. Which president said this immortal quote? There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. Noted linguist, George Walker Bush. That brings us to the end of round 4. Before we move on, I just want to point out, in baseball, when a pitcher is throwing a game, where every batter that comes up gets out, it's known as a perfect game. And in that, you do not talk about the perfect game during the perfect game, because you could jinx it. There is a team throwing a perfect game right now. We're not going to say who it is, but they've gotten every question right so far, and we're just going to keep mentioning perfect game. Perfect game, perfect, perfect, perfect game. Are we trying to jinx you? No, this isn't baseball. Anyways, speaking of baseball, toss-up. It's like a pop-out. Question number 1, what's a group of dolphins called? You have 30 seconds. Aha! I wasn't texting in class, teacher. No way. Question number 2. What was the flight number of the Malaysian Airlines flight that disappeared in 2014? Was that long ago? Ooh. 30 seconds. Question number 3. Steven Spielberg gave the shark in Jaws what name? No, it's not Steven Spielberg. You have 30 seconds. Ah, again, teacher. No. I was paying attention to the time.
You can't even see the time.
I don't know what time. Charlie is giving me the speed up signal again. I don't like being their hostage. Anyways, toss up number 4. What acronym was used in telegraph messages? Oh. From the primary resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Or actually, as it's somewhat known now, 1600 Black Lives Matter Avenue. 30 seconds. Black Lives Matter Plaza, not Black Lives Matter Avenue. But Black Lives Matter. Anyways, question number 5. The parade in Ferris Bueller's Day Off was celebrating what holiday? This should have been our Hail Mary question. Maybe this will break the perfect game.
God, I hope so.
Perfect game. Perfect game. 30 seconds. Perfect game. I was recently informed that Tom is not a very good father, but actually, he's a fine father. We're talking about his 1 ear of corn that he has growing in his apartment. That brings us to the end of our toss-up category. Send in your answers to Charty now. If you haven't used your double or nothing and you feel like, hey, I got all 5 of those right, use it. If you didn't, don't. Don't use it again. That's cheating. And with that, let's move on to our Hail Mary question. Actually, before we do, quick plug, because I am a shameless self-promoter. Did you start the music?
No, I just gotta switch back to you full screen.
I'm so sorry. Anyways, if you're looking for another podcast about movies, boy, do we have one for you. It's called In Conclusion. What is it? It's really just a movie podcast. Each episode we delve deep into a different movie. We have just wrapped up our first series, which is all about the Jurassic Park films, 1, The Lost World, and 3. Next up, we're doing the Back to the Future trilogy. And after that, who knows? We'll see. New episodes go up every Thursday, and the first episode of Back to the Future goes up tomorrow. So get excited. It's hosted by me and Anna Otto. who has a very hard to find Twitter name. But anyways, you can follow us at And In Conclusion or In Conclusion Podcast on various social media networks. And that's it for my shameless plug this week. Come back next week where I plug to you CBD oil. Anyways, now...
I love how you plugged it, like, as they're waiting for the last question.
Exactly. I have you. You can't escape. It's like if Ben Shapiro shows up on the Dr. Phil show when you're in the audience. Anyways,
Topical.
Hail Mary question. If you have 12 points, you get it right, you have 18 points. If you have 12 points, you get it wrong, you still have 12 points. Blah, blah, blah.
Too much math.
Abraham Lincoln was originally elected on the Republican ticket. For his re-election, what party was he a part of? You have 30 seconds. Give it your best shot. Bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide. When I step in the room, I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know that that is the end of our Hail Mary round. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the answers to round 5. The answers to our Hail Mary question. Maybe a tiebreaker question. I don't think we'll have a tiebreaker question, but maybe. Maybe the perfect game will have been broken up. Who knows? Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because Fast Facts Live will be right back. And welcome back to Fast Facts Live, where before we give the answers, I would like to give a 30-minute infomercial about In Conclusion. It will play soon, and it will star Larry King. Just kidding. That would be evil. Anyways, answers for round 5, the toss-up category. What's a group of dolphins called? Obviously, a pod. That's why, when you crack open a pod of peas, sometimes a dolphin falls out. Toss-up number 2. What was the flight number of the Amazon Airlines flight that disappeared in 2014? That was MH370. Steven Spielberg gave the shark in Jaws what name? Bruce. As you can tell, that's Bruce. No, that's just a stock image of the shark, isn't it?
That's a picture of Bruce. That's the animatronic.
Don't trust me on anything. I will be incorrect.
You host a show called Fast Facts.
Yes, fast, not true. Question number 4. What acronym was used for telegraph messages from the primary resident of 1600 Black Lives Matter Plaza? That is POTUS, P-O-T-U-S, President of the United States. Of what? I'm not sure, but the United States. Question number 5. This one was a tough one. The parade in Ferris Bueller's Day Off was celebrating what holiday? Obviously, everybody's favorite holiday, Von Steuben Day. Who's Von Steuben? Chardy? Did you say shipping? Did you say shiplap? German. Yeah, obviously. Anyway, Chardy's answer was shiplap. And our Hail Mary question. Abraham Lincoln was originally elected on the Republican ticket for his re-election. What party was he a part of? The National Union Party. Not the Whigs, not the Democratic Party, not the Abolitionist Party, not the National Unity Party, the National Union Party. And with that, if I can just double check our score sheet right here. Do we have a tiebreaker question? No, we do not. Ooh! So I'll show you what the tiebreaker question was. What year was the National Union Party dissolved? That was 1868. When I was going over this in preparation, I said 1968. Because the National Union Party dissolved when Nixon was elected. No, of course not. Anyways, with that, it's time to go into our final scores. This one was a close game, which is surprising considering there was a team with a perfect game going through 4 rounds. They did not finish with a perfect game. I did my job. Anyways, in 14th place, with a strong goose egg, we have Gampops. Thank you for playing, though. We did see that you answered false to one of the questions, so I'll give you a point. You have 1 point. In 13th place, we have Portillo's Chocolate Cake Shake with 10 points. Danny and his pernicious parents had 11 points in 12th place. Goats had 13 points in 11th place. Computer Says No had 15 points, getting 10th place. Party of One, 17 points, 9th place. Quiz Cats and Drawing a Blank tied in 7th with 18 points. Flamey-O, Hot Man, had 19 points, and they were in 6th place. The Crows Have Eyes too, The Crowining, or The Crowning, depending on how you pronounce that, 21 points in 5th place. I Heart Huckabees, the video game, had 23 points in 4th place. In 3rd place, Laid Off had 25 points. In 2nd place, the team that had a perfect game going, but had a blown save in the 9th, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Light, with 28 points, which means that in 1st place with 28.5 points. This was a very close game, 28.5 points. It is Chainsaw Charlie, who, based on some intel that I have, are my cousins and my aunt and uncle. So congratulations to Chainsaw Charlie, the collective Chainsaw Charlie, the royal Chainsaw Charlie, on winning this week's edition of Fast Facts Live. If I remember to do so, I will send you a certificate of champiosity. I forgot about you, Quiz Cats, but I'll send you one too, don't worry. We'll be back next week with another edition of Fast Facts Live. Same fact time, same fact channel. Oh, that's good. I'm going to start using that. Okay, it's like Batman. Same bat time, same bat channel.
No, but don't ruin it. Just say same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chardy is Chainsaw Charlie are my parents? Ah. I'm sorry that I congratulated to my aunt and uncle and my cousins. You didn't win. I'm sorry. Chainsaw Charlie is actually my mother and father. Congratulations to them. Were they the only team to get National Union Party? That's my mom's art history degree coming into work, coming into play there. Congrats, Mom and Dad. I'll handwrite you a certificate of champiosity.
Aw.
No, that means I have to do a lot less work. I don't have to download anything. It's literally going to be on scratch paper. Oh no, I'm showing you how the
Do you
sausage
have a
gets made.
stamp?
What?
Are you gonna mail it?
No, I'm gonna go home and give it to them.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, thank you to everybody for playing this week's edition of Fast Facts Live. Thank you to Tom for producing. You are the reason the show happens in any way, shape, or form, so thank you. Thank you to Charlie for keeping score and trying to keep me on time. Again, I don't like living in this underground bunker in Atlantis, but, you know, it's what happens. I've been Dan O'Keefe. I will continue to be Dan O'Keefe. I have been your host, your quizmaster, whatever you have you. Stay safe. Have fun. If you can help causes that need help, do so. Remember, nobody is equal until we are all equal. And with that, have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.